Hi everyone, I am really excited today to show you this absolutely gorgeous looking book. Now I was sent this as a gift and I haven't looked through it. I have seen a flip through but a long time ago and I popped it on my wish list. I haven't looked at it since, so I'm really excited to have a flip through and look at it and for you to join me. So I'm going to pop my lamp on in a minute. I didn't put it on because it glares on the on the cover, because the cover is very shiny. Look, that's the window. It has a nice red back and a bit of the front picture there and a little bit of detail there. There's a QR code. I don't know if they are on every book these days or whether that's just specific to this book, but anyway, this is by Morgan O'Brien, who's done quite a few different Matchstick Mouse books. Chompy Fluff Monsters, Chunky, I can't remember. And he's done Welcome to the Village, he's done The Way Home, I think it's called, and quite a few kids books as well actually. But these Matchstick Mouse ones are just gorgeous, so let's get stuck in, shall we? I'll open the first page and then pop my lamp on. There we go, it'll go a bit more yellowy probably. I'm going to try and keep it in the middle. We'll zoom in a minute. So we have This Book Belongs To, and this sort of copyright page and the title, and then we can actually get on and look at the pictures. Now it's a single-sided book, so on the back of each page you just get a little piece of wording here, which means that you can use lots of different pencils to colour, or pens or paint or whatever, because just get that lined up, because it doesn't matter if it goes through the page. Obviously you're going to want to put some paper behind here to protect it. If I use wet media, I always use a laminate sheet just in case, but it's up to you really to protect the next page. But it means you can experiment with lots of different things, which I think is really fun. And I'm sort of looking forward to using things like metallics and things like that in this Christmas book. I haven't got a Christmas book, so this is going to be lovely. So let's get on. So we have got, here she is with her warm scarf. She's got a bobble on her hat, which I think is fabulous, and she's skating. Can you see what she's skating on? She's skating using paper clips. I think that's a brilliant idea. We've got lovely snowy trees, so we have to learn to do a bit of snow in this picture, which is fun. There are different ways to do snow. Oh, we need to come out a little bit with this one. Here we go. So we have a gorgeous little bird and she's having a ride, which is lovely. And again, with the fluffy scarf and a bobble on the hat, which I think is brilliant. I assume that may continue through the book. And some nice trees, which you could of course do with snow on if you wanted to. So that's really cool. There we go. Now we're inside and she is cooking. Do you see what her cooking pot is? This is like a horse chestnut shell. We have some lovely holly. Is this the front cover? Yeah, it's the front cover. Sorry, it's a bit and she is actually wearing a Santa hat in this picture, look, rather than her own hat, which I think is really cool. And she's still got her friends there watching. So that's rather nice. And these curtains, they're the same in every time we see her house. She's got those sort of unmatching fabric curtains. I think it's great fun. Oh, here she is with lots of gifts. Look, so we've got presents and we've got a stocking and we've got some sort of trees you could do in a sort of wintry style. I think that's really adorable. Lovely picture. Oh, look at her. Do you think she's just crashed or do you think she's having a snooze? It's a little hard to tell, isn't it? He's lost his ski. Oh dear. Ooh, so she's carrying a pine cone. What an interesting picture. You can do lots of texture in that, lots of different browns and things. What a lovely picture to do. Now what we've got here. So we've got a sort of Christmassy style blanket, I'm thinking. Yeah. And then behind her we can see the pine cones and some bits of greenery, which of course you could do like pine greens and things like that, so that's rather fun. That's lovely. Oh, look at her. So she's got her candy cane and she's leaping. We've got a Christmas lights and a sort of Christmas tree. It's almost as if she's going to put it on a tree. What fun. Oh, a snowball fight. I wonder who she's fighting, because her little friends are here, look. I've got snow again to colour. Colouring snow is interesting. I'm quite looking forward to having a play with that. Oh, we're inside. Now here's our Christmas tree. And she's painting cards. Oh, how sweet. And there's some knitting. That's lovely. Oh, and look at the snow mouse. I think it must be. Look at the whiskers. How sweet. And the hat as well. That's adorable. Really cute. So she's giving a Christmas card to her spider friend. It's really sweet. She's got a sack. Is that a sack of cards or a sack of prezzies? We don't know. It's lovely. And cute scarf. It's night time. Look at the moon. Now what have we got going on here? So she is outside under a blanket with a pot of something. What are these? Berries? How sweet. They're like bottom of acorns, but I don't know what's inside. Maybe it's a hot chocolate with lots of cream on. So we're back inside. We've got our gift wrap. We're wrapping up Worm. We're wrapping up presents. I'm not sure what's that. The tail's going through it. As we've got, oh, it's the sticky tape. Look, we've got sticky tape, of course. She's got it on her ear. I wonder if she's okay. Got the Christmas tree there too. Oh, now we are on the top of a tree and we have got in our hand what looks like a pencil sharpener blade. That's what it looks like to me. I wonder if she's going to chop the top off to make her own Christmas tree. Don't know. I like Worm's hat. It's very cute. Yeah, look. So here's the top of the tree and Owl's helping to carry it along. It's really cute. Got snow again. That's really fun. And here's the tree being decorated. A lovely star. Different bits. Here's a candy cane. Look. That's lovely. It's so cute. And Worm's still got his hat on. Now we've got a nativity. Look, little figures. Oh, that's so cute. Isn't that adorable? And look, it's even a palm tree. Got a star, a stable, little baby. It's adorable. Oh, now we're singing some carols. Having a good old sing-song. That's rather cute, isn't it? Worm doesn't need a book. He obviously knows the words. Oh, and now we're cozying at home. Look. There's a lovely cosy autumn picture of it like this, but this one is obviously Christmassy. We've got the tree and prezzies. We've got a lovely drink. Snowing. A pine cone tree. Really fun. Ooh. Now that is a big sack. Huge. Huge. I wonder what's in there. She must have presents for everybody. Wow. That's quite a big gingerbread man, isn't it? Quite a big one. Well, interestingly, that she's taken look, she's taken a button off. She's having a nibble. Oh, it's cute. And she's knitting by the fire. I like colouring fire. That'll be fun. We've got lovely stockings. You can see the Christmas tree again. We've got an open window with nothing, so we can choose what to do with that. So that's good fun. Oh, we're baking again. So what have we got going on? We've got a pan and a worm. We've got cabbage, berries. Looks like cheese. I guess she is a mouse. And nuts. Bits and pieces. A leaf. I'm not sure she eats leaves. But I'm not sure what this is here. I guess it's whatever you want it to be. But that's lovely fun. Oh, and here she is on her broomstick, and she's obviously delivering some goodies in that basket. It's a rather sweet picture. She's off she goes. Oh look, cookies. So here's somebody's front door. She's going to deliver something, and in there as well, a little drink presumably. Or is she in her own house? I don't know. Oh. Tossing a pancake. That's really sweet. I don't think I associate pancakes with Christmas, but do you see? What's that? That's one stuck up on the ceiling. Look, where she's tossed it in the wrong place. How sweet. Oops. Ah, and look, owl, and there is a lovely candle, and then they're having their Christmas cracker. That's really lovely. Oh, and little beetle's got one too. Oh, and they're having gifts, look. Lovely prezzies. Owl's got a hat and scarf on too. Very cute. Oh, and she's unwrapping something. What do you think that is? I don't know. We've got ball of wool, a rocket thing. Oh, look at that. It's a cute little toy. That's really, really sweet. So you can do whatever colour you like for that one. That's really pretty. Oh, that's the last picture. So I'm going to choose one to colour, I thought. I'm going to pick one that's the least Christmassy, which sounds a bit odd for Christmas, but I actually thought this one would be quite good because although they're wearing a hat and scarf, it's not really, really Christmassy. But I thought I might have a go with my metallic pencils. We'll see how far we get. I brought my soft touch in as well, just in case we sort of run out of ideas really, because sometimes it's a little bit limited with the metallics. There's the swatch chart, so you can have a quick look while I just get the pencils out of the tin. Whoop, there we go. I do need a couple of pieces of paper to put behind the page. Sorry, perhaps I should have done this off camera, but never mind. Now what I find with the metallics is on their own they're okay, but I often like to combine them with each other to make different colours. So we'll see what we can do. I think if we start with the trees. Now the greens are quite muted, as you can see. We have a few olives and a few really bright greens, and then the rest are more sort of bluey greens. But I think this sort of African jade might be a good colour to start with for the trees. So that's what I'm going to do, if I can find it. Here it is. And I'm going to do all the trees with a layer of this to start with. And then we can put a bit of shading on them. I'm not sure, I know I said when we were flipping through that we could do snow on these trees, but I'm not sure. I don't think I will. I think I'll just leave them green because we've got the snow in the sky, and I will probably leave that just white. I think it could be stars, of course, although we've got the star shapes, which are probably stars. So I might just leave it so that those circles are snow and the stars are stars. I don't know if that makes sense, hopefully it does. And so we'll just move around, put down a fairly heavy-ish layer of this. I'm not very good at staying in the lines or covering it all quite up. So often with the black background you can see much more easily where I go out the lines, but it's what it is. See, that looks like there's snow there. I'm going to colour it over. Now I want to darken up some of the areas of these trees to make it look like there's shading, but with my metallic pencils I don't have a darker green than this, and this is only just dark enough for my liking anyway. So we have to be a little bit more inventive. Now one option which I use a lot is to use the black, because or a dark grey, because they can shade, or you could use a brown. The browns aren't particularly dark though, so I don't think they're going to work in this instance. So I'm actually going to grab the black. It is called the Mythos Black, and what I'm going to do is just put a little bit in the areas where I think it's going to be a little bit darker. Sorry, my desk has decided it wants to groan. I don't know why. Like that. It's because I'm leaning. No, I don't know what it is. Just hope it doesn't collapse. Imagine. It'd be quite entertaining. Now I'm going to go back to the green, the African jade, and go over those dark areas because I don't want them to look like they're just black. and also just take that darker colour down a little bit. And you can see it just makes the tree look a bit more layered, which is the effect that I'm after. So while I'm colouring, I just want to say a thank you again to the lovely lady that sent me this book. It's a lovely, lovely book. I'm very excited to have it. Now, I'm trying to think about stars and beaks at the same time. I think I won't think about beaks yet. I think maybe we'll do the stars now, because I know what colour. The brightest colour yellow, whoops, is the Vegas yellow. And I'm going to use that on all the stars. Now the reason I'm doing the stars next, which might seem a bit odd because they're such a small detail, is because I know what colour I want to do them. I want them to stand out really brightly from the sky, and this yellow is a brilliant colour for that. And so I need to make sure that everything else I do maybe isn't this colour so that these stand out. So I think if I pop it down now, that helps me to remember that I need to not do this colour for anything else. There we go. So my next part is going to be Matchstick Mouse herself. I'm going to do her in some shades of brown. We have, I'm just having a look, the bismuth crystal I think is probably a good place to start. Finding it, there we go. And I'm going to do the more furry bits here. What I try and do when I colour her is to make her arms and sides and nose in a darker colour, and then this bit and this bit in a lighter colour. So here's her arm. This is quite thick, I'm putting it down. I'm trying to find her other arm amongst all that scarves, like that, and this bit. Now her ears, I often forget, I need to remember to do those and think about what colour to do them. I'm going to go around there, a little bit here, like that, a bit under there. There we go. Now the inside of the ear I tend to not do brown. I think that one is the outside. I always struggle a little bit which way I'm supposed to be doing it, but I've done it like that now. And so I want a paler colour for the sort of body and face. I think the Harvest Gold is quite a good one. It's quite a browny yellow. Now with her, don't be too afraid of making it look a little bit liney because she's furry. I'm going to leave that bit of the nose white. I think that's how it's done there. I rarely do it like that, but actually it might not, it might stand out a bit too much. Not sure. She's got her eyes shut. She thinks she's frightened. She looks happy. There we go. I think I will do that bit. Now the nose, I was thinking either a very dark brown or a black. The bismuth crystal is actually the darkest brown, but we do have a sort of mahogany, but it's a little bit more red. So I think I'm going to do black. So back to the Mythos black. I use this a lot. I'm sure it's going to be the first one that runs out, because I'm also going to use it a little bit here to create a little bit of shadow from the hat. Just a little bit there, like that. I might want a little bit under the scarf. I'm only going to do it very gently. from our bird. There we go, leave that there. Now inside the mouth, I've got the little tongue. I think I might just put down a bit of this black really lightly, not trying to avoid the sort of tooth. And then I want a pink. Let's have a look. I'm thinking burgundy rose might be the one to go for. I'm going to just go over the top of that black and on that bit, so they look slightly different. Black doesn't really make that much difference, I think it's fine. Okay, bird. I'm thinking bluebird. I think that would be fun, but I think we could do her or him in a similar way to mouse. So where we've got this bit here, maybe do this bit lighter and this bit darker. So I'm looking at my colours. The peacock topaz is the darkest blue, so if we use that for the areas I want darker, so here, and I try and colour in the direction that the lines are drawn, because that's obviously the way that the feathers are supposed to be falling, growing or whatever. Falling isn't really the right word, is it? So I try and colour sort of in that direction. So I'm going to fade that a bit there, and then do a bit of a darker bit under here, and then start to fade it a bit, that to there, and then do a darker bit under here, basically just layering up, and then fade it towards the end of each feather. Now I treat my metallic pencils as if they're normal coloured pencils with regards to how I lay them down and layer them up and mix them together and things. I think it works quite well. Like that. And we shall add another colour in a minute. Where should we go here? We'll do this bit. So yeah, I try to just treat them as if they were any other pencil, and then you can get some different depth of colour and layers and things, which is quite nice. And then, but you also get the shine when you tip it to a light. I mean, they're not massively shiny, so it's quite nice to play with them in other ways as well. But I know some people aren't fans of metallic pencils, that's fine. You could just do this in a normal pencil. I'm going to make the tail darker at the top and fade towards the bottom. I haven't decided what I'm doing with the tummy yet, which is why I've ignored it. I think I might just do it light. So just sort of fading this off really. Now we want a lighter blue. I'm thinking, yeah, the crystal blue is going to work. Crystal blue. So what I'm going to do is just continue from where I was as I started to fade, and just use this one to finish it off really, to take the colour to the tip quite lightly. You can see it's a similar shade, just a bit lighter. And that's what we're looking for. That's what I'm looking for anyway. So you could probably get, I mean, you could do any 2 shades of blue really for this. You might want a more grey blue if you want to try and match, but it doesn't really matter. Of course your bird could be any colour. I wouldn't do the bird browns if you've done the mouse browns. If you do want a brown bird, you can do a grey mouse. You know, there are lots of options there. See here we've got it's looking quite stripy. I'm really tempted to try and eliminate them, but actually they work with the featheriness, because that's a word. I've missed out so many stars. All these stars. Never mind, I shall do them in a minute. It's lucky I just put the pencils aside and then I know what I've used. I do remember actually, because I tend to use the same yellow for all my brights. Because some of the other yellows are more of a antique goldy type colour, which is great for metallics, but not for stars. I don't think, but you may think so. Now I'm going to go really lightly here. I should really keep going with that direction. And if we get these lines, look, it just looks feathery. I'm not sure if I want it quite that obvious though, but we'll get this bit side done first and then have a think. I think we'll just over colour that a little bit, get rid of some of those lines. We don't need to worry about all of them. Now her beak and feet and legs, I'm thinking maybe greys, sort of silvery greys would look quite nice. So I think I will choose some in a minute. There's a few different shades to pick from. Okay. We've got darker and lighter, and we've got browner and bluer shades. I think I'm going to go for the platinum because it is a darkish cold silver, if that makes any sense. So here where it's marked darker, I'm going to layer it up a little more and then do a bit less down here. I don't know how much of a difference it will actually look. I think it's okay, and a bit here, a little bit darker than here. There. She's cute, isn't she? I'm surprised because I'd thought with these feet could easily make her not look that cute, but she does look cute. Quite dark under the beak, be a lot of shadow under there, and this bit is going to be lighter on the top here. So I'm going to sort of fade up to the top a little bit, like that. Now I'm going to do the stars that I missed out with the Vegas yellow. While I think about Mouse's hat and scarf. Now the pom-pom, it's tempting to leave it white, but it's against the white paper, so we won't do that. We'll do it with a colour. We'll do the hat, so we've got blue. I think we need a different colour. Now in our, I'll show you, we've got one orange and some sort of browns, which you can blend with those, and you've got pinks and reds-ish, muted reds and purples, and I'm thinking the pinks and purples are going to go better with the blue. I think purple is probably a more Christmassy colour than pink, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to start with the amethyst, which I think is the darkest purple, and do the areas that are darker. Now we haven't done our ears or hands, have we? Where these lines are indicates the shadow, so that's our darkest purple. Look how pretty that is. And then I'm going to start to reduce how many layers I do and lighten it there, and put more layers here. I can hear my boys chattering in the background. I don't think I was watching a review with this camera because I wanted to try and see if there are any nifty tips or things that I could learn about using it. I haven't learned anything yet, but I'm going to do some more of that. So I'm just going to go over these darker bits a bit more and sort of fade it more evenly. And it said that the microphone on this camera is really rubbish unless you're only a metre or less away. The camera is about a foot from my nose, so it's definitely, or even a bit closer than that. so it's fine, the mic, but I think what that does mean is it doesn't pick up ambient noise very well, which is probably a good thing. The person who was making the video actually complained and said that the mic wasn't fit for purpose for what they were using it for, but they were filming themselves and they had the camera fairly far away because they didn't want to be filming up their own nose. It's never a good look, is it? So, let's do the scarf in this too. Shall we? No, I've done a tiny bit. I'm not going to do any more. I'm going to pick a slightly lighter shade, I think. I'm going to use the Violet Sapphire. I'm not convinced it's that different, but we'll see. But he was he was sitting further away from his phone, and the sound quality was really bad. But as far as I can tell, mine is good, fit for purpose, shall we say, which is good. But he said because he also is complaining, it's advertised as a vlogging camera. It's a ZV-1 Sony camera. And I'm trying to work out what's going on here. And I can see what's going on. And he said the problem with it is that if you hold it at arm's length on the special sort of selfie stick type tripod-y thing, handheld tripod that comes with it, it's not far enough away. You can't zoom out enough, so basically you can't get your whole head in shot, so it's not really fit for vlogging. But fortunately, for what I do, it's absolutely perfect, apart from the fact you can't live stream. Now I'm going to use some black to emphasise a few areas on that scarf. The Mythos black. Here, look, I want a little bit of shadow, and under there. Now I think up here it was a little tricky to see what was going on, but I think here is the scarf sort of turned over a little bit, and here we have the bit that's coming out from the back. And I'm going to do the pom-poms in a slightly lighter shade. Let's have a little look. I think we'll use the Viola. See, some of these shades are quite close. You can see how close those are. Here's the Viola. And we'll do the pom-pom. Now you can use the scribbly motion because we want it to look fluffy or floofy, like that. So if we can see some paper through, it actually makes it look more fluffy. So I think that's good. It's quite an easy technique. You can use a white gel pen to do streaks and lines and make it look, but I think this just looks more pom-pommy. Now we've got hands and ears. What I sort of want is I was thinking a pinkish colour, but that might work actually. The Imperial Topaz. It's a slightly peachy, pinky, reddish, brownish colour. It's just every colour. Blue, purple, black, red, yellow. You'll see. Just keep it quite pale. Like that. There we go. Now I want to do a couple of finishing touches with some Jelly Roll pens. I'm going to use these gel pens, and I'm going to use the yellow and the silver. I use these two the most out of this set. This is the hashtag 551, and I'm going to use it to draw around the edge of each star. I think it will just add a little bit more sparkle to it, and it is a Christmas, it is a Christmas book after all. It also hides where I've gone out the lines, which is good. Oops. But I just add my own layer of mistake instead. Never mind. Oh, that one. You could colour the whole star in this, of course, but I'm just showing you the difference really between the metallic pen and the metallic pencil, and I rather like doing it this way. There we go. And our silver is hashtag 553. You can buy these separately. You can buy them in the set. Ugh, just put my hand down in the wet gold. Well done me. You could leave, I know I said I was going to leave these white, but I'm not. I think they might have stood out more as white, which may have been better, but it's like this now. I could have outlined them, which might have made them look a bit more like the stars, couldn't I? But never mind. Now you could add a bit of this to the tree. I'm not going to. I think I'm just going to leave the trees as they are, or you could add some white bits. There we go. Just checking I've done it all. I think I have. I'm going to just tip it up so you can see the shine. You can see the shine on the pencils actually quite well. There we go. So there is our finished page. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed colouring that. But that is a gorgeous book. I'm going to put that away now until Christmas, because as I say, I haven't got a lot of Christmas. I've got Rita Berman's winter book, which does have Christmas pictures in, and this one, and that's it really. So I'm going to put it away for Christmas and have some fun with it. But I shall really look forward to it. I might just sneak it out every so often, because you know what it's like. Christmas colouring is so much fun. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Should we put it straight? There we go. I hope that was okay and you had fun. In the description there will be links to the names of the pencils that I used and where to buy them, affiliate links for the pens, pencils and book, so you can have a look there and grab them if you want to. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a really lovely day and happy colouring. Hi everyone, I have finished this very cute Christmas colouring book, Matchstick Mouse, a Christmas colouring book by Morgan O'Brien, and I thought I would do a little flip through today, just to show you, sorry the light is shining, just to show you all of the pictures. Now some of these are available as free downloads across Instagram and YouTube. People have been posting links to free download pages from this book, actually from Matchstick Mouse, the Christmas story book that Morgan O'Brien has written. But most of the pages from the book, the storybook, are in here. So you can get free downloads if you haven't got a copy of the book, and colour some of the pictures if you wish to. I've tried to share as many of those as I can on my page with my download link in it. I'm trying to keep up to date and putting the links on there, but I'm struggling at the moment, to be honest, but I'm going to try and update it later when I finish my little batch of video making. Anyway, let's get to the flip through. So these are really cute little pictures. Let's come in closer for you. And it means that they don't really take too long to colour, which is why I finished it quite quickly. I find that it's really nice if you just want to sit down and colour something quickly. This is the sort of picture. Also, a lot of them are outside and they have a black background. So although you can go over the background with a coloured pen, if you wish to, which I have done on some of them, and I'll show you those. Or maybe they're the inside ones, I can't remember now. Anyway, you can just leave it black and it makes, like, you know, a quarter of the picture is already coloured. So this one I coloured with Arteza Premium pencils, and I wanted to make the trees look really pretty because it's night time, and I'm thinking in the night, sometimes the light looks a bit different. So, and I just thought it was really pretty and different to do them in purples and pinks. And with the snow, we've got a lot of snow going on. Basically, I coloured the snow with little bits of purple and pink in it. You can barely see, just the sort of stripes, as if it's reflecting some sort of light somewhere that's this colour. I don't know where from, because the stars are yellow, but hey. But I love the fact that her ice skates are paper clips. It's fun, isn't it? Okay. Now this one is done in Castle Arts metallic pencils, and you would have seen me colour this if you watched my flip through when I received the book, because I did a flip through of the blank book and then coloured this page. So it's quite different to the others colour wise. I've done her hat in purple and rather than in red, because it was quite a long time before Christmas, so I didn't make it very Christmassy. I used a metallic pen, and there's pencil, sorry, and there's metallic pen around the stars. Oh, I don't know how well it's showing up, but hang on. I think it's better if you actually lift the book. You can see the pencils are a little bit shiny and the pens are a lot more shiny, but that was fun. Okay, now this one I used the Castle Arts Seascape set. I found it a little bit odd here. This is a table to sort of differentiate between the table and the wall, because I didn't have a great deal of different colours. Perhaps I should have done it with this dark brown, I don't know. But anyway, it was a lot of fun. And in this one I have done a mouse in grey. I don't always keep her the same colour. I tend to keep the curtains quite similar colours, oddly, and the wall, but not her. And I've also think I've kept her apron almost the same colour in most of the pictures. I did it this sort of patchwork. It was really easy. Basically just drew the lines on. I didn't want to block colour it. I thought it would be fun. And if you look at her, I think she's wearing one on the front. It's quite a complex tartany design there, but I just did something a bit easier. But kept it with the Christmas colours, which is always nice. And I wasn't sure what she was stirring in her half conker case that she's got, hot chestnut case, but I sort of thought it might be cake mix, which is why it's that sort of colour. But I don't know if this is a bit of cheese. I think so. That's how I coloured it. Let's move on. Arteza Premium again for this one, and it looked in the background, it actually looks like rain, so I did it in a sparkly blue. I wasn't sure, but on the ground this looks like snow, so I did some sort of blue bits on the top of the snow, but some shadow under her, and I kept all the gifts in greens and reds just to make it look really festive. I thought if I was wrapping lots of gifts, maybe I probably wouldn't do them all in the same colour paper, to be honest. I've not normally got the same, a bit left over from last year. I've got a few new rolls this year. Do I break into them or not? Not yet. I'll use up the old stuff. Oh no, that one's nice. And then it all ends up being a big mix. Probably. Is it just me? Maybe everyone does that. I don't know. But that's been me this year. This one's done with Castle Arts Monet pencils. Now, here we have yellow stars in the sky. The yellow isn't very vibrant in the particular Monet set, but I've put some of the yellow on top of the snow, and it's exactly what it's doing today. The snow looks really yellow. The sun is shining. It's actually really pretty, and the snow is glistening and yellow in some places. It's also quite grey and blue in other places, and everything is actually dripping, which is nice because it hasn't thawed. It got down to -8 last night. To think that it's now above freezing is quite a nice thought, to be honest. But it's quite a plain picture, but I had fun with it. I kept the colours quite simple. Now this one was a buddy colour with my friend Michelle, and I haven't written down what pencils I used, but it's mega shiny. You may have seen this in my completed pages, I think, for last month. I think it was, maybe? Was it? I don't know, I can't think now. But we have got some gold stickles on the greenery and some diamond stickles on the pine cone, and it just all looks quite shiny. And again, I put her in purple, but and she's got some purple glitter pen dots on her scarf, on the sort of bobbles. Bobbles? That's a bobble. What are those bobbles? I don't know. Anyway, and the snow in this one is blue glitter pen. And the snowballs, No, the bits of snow was flurry flakes. The snowflakes, that's it. They're done in a silver glitter pen, sorry. Right. This was another buddy colour with my friend Michelle. I'm not sure if she's done hers yet. Maybe by the time this goes out, I don't know. And I did it in Castle Arts Botanical. I just grabbed a set, and there's lots of greens and things like that in it. It just had the right mix of colours, so it's good fun. Didn't do any glitter on here or sparkles or anything. There's a couple of bits of snow which I haven't coloured in. Now the candy cane is black, and I wasn't keen on that. I have coloured over it in red, but it doesn't really stand out. In some of the others where there's a black candy cane, I've used a red pen because I wanted it to not look black. But anyway, we've got some black here as well, so I guess it sort of works. But it's quite a fun one. Now this one, was this a buddy colour as well? I can't remember. Black Widow's Cobra for this one, so I was a little limited on colour. However, here we had a black candy cane, so I've gone over all the black, not all the black, there's a bit of black there I've left, but most of the black, apart from the sort of lines that's supposed to be shadow and shine, in a red in a red Posca pen, so that it's red, because I didn't want it to be black. Yeah, I left the background black though, as you can see. I decided to do the lights quite orangey and bright because I wanted them to look really glowy, so that's why I did them that colour. There's some glitter pen, quite a lot, but in small doses. Let me try and tip it. I don't know if this helps. The lights have got it over all the black marking. They've got an orange glitter pen. The green bits have got green glitter pen over all of the green bits, and there's some green glitter or metallic pen on the bobbles as well. I had a bit of a fun with the pens, so that was good. Now we have coarse pencils here. It's quite a plain one because there's a lot of black sky and snow. So for this one with the snow, I took two. I can't tell what I did. The bottom bit of snow looks like it might be, yes, that's a Staedtler metallic pen, I think. I think I can see what happened. I think I started doing a bit of metallic pen at the top, where it's a bit lighter. I don't know how easy it is to see. There you go. It's a bit lighter at the top, and it ran out. So I used my Staedtler metallic pen, which really isn't very shiny at all, to finish it off. So it looks a bit flat and grey. But hey, but the snowflakes are done in glitter pen, as are the snowballs. So we've got glitter going on there. And I just kept her outfit. I wanted to do it a bit different. I was getting bored of doing purple or just red and white, so I did some green and red. It's a bit different, so that was a bit of fun. And here we have Castle Arts Monet set. The background again is quite similar, it's just a brown. There's a few different shades of brown in there which might not be too obvious, and I like to do the window frame in a darker brown so it stands out, and make it a little bit darker on the edges so it looks a bit more rounded, as if it's made with twigs rather than flat pieces of wood. I kept all the colours of what she was painting and her knitting and things all very festive, and I've missed out that thing there. I wonder what that is. To the left of the paintbrush. It's probably a bit of the paintbrush. Never mind. But in the tinsel there is some gold glitter pen, but I've only just spotted it myself. It's really hard to see, but that's the only bit of glitter pen in the picture. Now we have our Taser Expert. We have our Snow Mouse, which is rather cute. I'm sure you will agree. I don't know why I think I thought I was doing blue and it was purple or something. I'm not really sure. No, because that's right, I did the red hat and it seemed a bit pinky, so I did it with a purpley blue because I thought it would work quite well together. The background snow is done with a glitter pen again, and I put a bit of grey on the Snow Mouse in the areas where I thought there would be shadow. I don't really know if it shows up very well, but that's how I decided to do that. Snow is always challenging. This is our Taser Expert. Now, you see I haven't coloured the bobbles on this one. I wanted them to be white, and the same as the bits on the hat. I've done that on some of them. And we have yellow in our sky, so at the tops of the piles of snow where it will be catching the light, I've put bits of yellow. I don't know how easy it is to spot. So that's how I did the snow in that particular picture. So that was that. Then this is Staedtler Design Journey pencils. I had a lot of fun. I decided it's not really a very Christmassy picture at all, but I did autumnal leaves. I was assuming these were chestnuts, but I didn't really do anything with them. I wasn't sure. And maybe that one was one as well, but I don't know. And it could just be a bit of the rug. Probably not, because it's checkered. Anyway, so I decided to keep it festive with the rug and the hat, but I wasn't really sure, so I just did a sort of more of a autumnal feel. And I don't know what they've got in their acorn cups. I thought maybe it's hot chocolate, but hot chocolate wouldn't pile up like that. But anyway, that was what I was thinking, why I coloured it like that. I have no idea. Okay. This was my Cause pencils again. It was quite good because I had a colour which I was happy with for the sellotape. No, sticky tape, I should say. Colouring sticky tape is really difficult, so I just did it a sort of cream colour and showed the ear through really. To do that, I just used this colour really faintly and then went over with that colour. I think I've seen this picture coloured by Morgan O'Brien on his Instagram page. He digitally colours, which gives a really different look, but it's fun. Now his Matchstick Mouse is never grey. He always colours her brown, but I would often have a lack of browns. So if by the time I've done the dirt for the wall, I do that first, and then I think about whether I've got enough browns left to do, and if I haven't, I do a grey. That's where my deciding comes. And I try to keep all the paper bows and things in festive reds and greens and yellows, because that's what I like to do. Now this one we have, I don't know why she's at the top of a tree. I've got no idea, but there she is, and she's got a hat and scarf on. I really struggled to understand what she was doing, but she's got a letter there, which I don't know why I coloured it that colour, but I wanted it to look festive and couldn't do it red or green, so I tried to do it sort of gold. Our yellow stars. Yeah, the stars are coloured in glitter pen, but it doesn't really show up. There's glitter on the page, but on the stars it doesn't show up too much. But I did the little dots as if they were snow in a clear glitter or silver glitter, I'm not sure which. Okay, this one I haven't written what I used, so I don't know. So I remember this, I decided I wanted the moon to look a bit blue, and I did it in a pale pencil and then decided to go over it with a glitter pen. So it's a bit glittery, and the ground has got bits of yellow on from the stars, which are also a bit glittery. I think I did pencil and just went over them with a clear glitter pen. So that was that one. So there they are. Now this one I've done a tutorial for. I haven't written down what pencils I used, but I think I can't guess. It'll be in the tutorial. So yeah, there's a full tutorial, and this page I have the link to the download. Now because this is in the book, it's slightly different to the download page, which I have somewhere. Oh, it's not in here anymore. The download page has a white sky, not a black sky, so you can colour it whatever colour you want if you want to use a pencil. I mean, you could go over that in a pen, of course. Also, the candy cane under that red is black. I decided to go over it in red glitter so that it looked red. But on the download, it's all white stripes, so you can choose your colours. I mean, you don't have to do them red and white, of course. You can choose whatever you wish. But I have used glitter pen on top of the star and the baubles and the candy cane, and then used a bit of red glitter pen in the tinsel and a bit of green glitter pen in the garland. So that was fun, and did a sort of furry hat. I haven't done that much detail in all of them. It sort of depended, because if I want to move straight on and colour the next page, I don't always want to do a pen that I've got to wait for it to dry. So this nativity one, again, I haven't written down what I used. I'm sorry about that. But I had such fun with this one, and this is definitely one of the free download pages as well, so you could get it if you wanted. And again, with the sky, which I have coloured the sky in pencil over the top of the black, as far as I can see. Yeah, but I can't tell what colour it is. But basically, I've used a bit of metallic pen around the star and some glitter for the angel wings. So that was fun. I enjoyed that one. I wasn't sure if I would because there's a lot of detail, and I tried to make the sheep a bit furry, but and the hat, but the sheep, not these ones. It doesn't quite work because they look like they're made of wood. So but anyway, I had fun. It was a good one. Now this one, Castle Art Seascape. So I decided to do her some green. Just for a bit different. We've got a lot of white going on with the snow, which I have done a little bit of blue on in the shadowy areas. But so I decided not to keep the her bobble white, so it looked a little bit different. I didn't colour the snow on the tree though. That was that one. And the snowflakes look like they're coloured in. I think they're coloured in Silver Stedler pen because there's no shine to them. Now here she is having a lovely cup of tea, and I coloured this in Castle Arts Gold and kept to the colour. I very often colour her curtains and her room accessories in blues, so I did that, and then hoping that it would mean that the Christmassy bits would stand out quite well. Just think, she's got all these lovely presents and little worms having a sleep. It looks very warm and cosy. She's even got a little tiny pinecone Christmas tree, which I think is adorable. Now here this is Castle Art Soft Touch pencils, my 72 set, and what I did with this, with the snowflakes, I've actually coloured them blue. It was just an idea. I was just trying something different. I'm not sure how much I like it, but I like the fact that it's different because there's a lot of snow in the book. On the ground I've put a bits of some sort of blue scribbles to just, and on these bits I've just made them slightly green, so it looks like there's snow, grass coming through the snow, which was quite fun. So that was that one. Now this one again is a tutorial which you've probably already, you would have already had. The gingerbread man being one part, which I took from a book, and then the rest being by me. So that was a lot of fun. So hopefully you've seen that one. I did it in Prismacolor as well, which is unusual for me. Sorry, getting very yawny this afternoon. It's because it's warming up a bit, I think. And you can see how the felt pen comes through the page. It's okay. It's not. You can see there's actual bits of bleed through here as well as all this ghosting. So I would always put a piece of paper underneath, because if you press too hard, you might come onto this page, which would be a disaster. So this one I really enjoyed doing the fire, and the fireplace. It was great fun. And then I did the. I thought she was knitting a stocking, but I wasn't really sure. So that's sort of how I did it. And I put her on a yellow cushion because I thought it looked really festive. The Christmas tree ornaments and the garland have got a glitter glaze pen on them to make them shine. So that was nice. I just like how warm that one is. It looks nice. You can see the shine there. This one I'll have to do that for you to see. There you go. Again, I think I used the red pen over the candy cane because it was black. Now here she is cooking. Now I was trying to identify all the food. I looked at Morgan O'Brien's version of this picture to try and work out what the food was. So this is red, purple. I think this is red cabbage. Okay. This I thought might have been a cabbage. I forgot to look that one up. And that's cheese. I just made cheese crumbs everywhere because I thought she might have been nibbling on that while she was cooking. I'm assuming these are cranberries. I didn't have quite the right colour in my polychromos, so they're a bit red. And then a cabbage. In her pot, in his version, she's got this colour and this colour, and she's got it smudged on her face, which is so cute. But I thought it was mashed potato. Mashed potato, delicious. So that was a lot of fun. And actually, this was one of the last pictures I did, and the polychromos went down so well on this paper, and I hadn't used them at all so far, and I was like, wow, why haven't I used these already? And this is the UK Amazon printed version, by the way, which so it might be different. Black Widow spider set here. I wanted to keep it obviously really, really festive. You can see everything that isn't mouse is festive, reds or green, and the yellow stars just give it a bit of a different colour. I didn't colour the clouds. You could. I didn't think of doing it really. I didn't think it necessarily needed it. Now again, polychromos, so I grabbed the polychromos again and I had a go at this one. It was a lot of fun. She is putting out her cookie and carrot for Father Christmas and a little thing of milk, so that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed this one. Now this one is, I think she's supposed to be making breakfast. I know this and the last one, they're free downloads actually. So I used Giorgione pencils for this one. It took me a while to work out what that was, but it's obviously a pancake stuck on decoration. Wow, it's so sunny. There's some sun on the wall. It's in the sun for a week. So that was that. Yeah, I had fun. I tried to make her apron twist a bit with the pattern, you know, because of the way her leg is and stuff. It was a little bit tricky, but I just did the best I could. I think it was okay. And I left their plates white because I've got white plates. Same here, left their plates white. Now, if you don't know about these, this is Black Widow spider set, by the way. These are what we call crackers in the UK. If you're not from the UK, you may not know what they are. Basically, you pull them. I haven't got one in here to show you. I was going to grab one before I did this flip through and I completely forgot. So you pull it and inside there is something called a snap and it goes bang. Okay, it's got gunpowder on it. Children can't buy crackers because they've got gunpowder in them. They make a bang. They actually sort of spark. So you pull them apart, which is great fun. And then inside you always get a paper hat like this, this or this. Not usually in 3 different sizes. That's quite good, isn't it? And so everything comes apart and all the things fall out and you get a little joke, which is always awful, terrible. I can't think of one at the minute. It's usually Christmas related, something really silly, and apparently crackers always have terrible jokes in traditionally, because if someone had a joke that everyone laughed at and other people had jokes that people didn't laugh at, then it would be embarrassing. So the idea is that the jokes are always terrible, so nobody's joke gets laughed at and then nobody feels embarrassed that their joke was bad compared to everybody else's. So that was what I read. How true it is I don't know, but I quite like that story. So you get a joke, and sometimes you get like a charades or a motto or something else on the piece of paper, and you get a little gift. Now, I don't have any cracker toys around here. They're awful. It might be, when I was little, you would get like necklace pendants which were made of plastic and about, oh, that's so big, and they would be like a little horse or something. Awful. But fun. Or a moustache that you could attach to, a plastic moustache that you could attach to your nose, or a pair of lips that you could put over yours, but they were far too small and completely pointless. Things like that. Or you would get those fish that you put in your hand and they were supposed to move and tell your fortune. But nowadays they do posh crackers with better prizes in, things like silver tin open, not tin openers, bottle openers, or a keyring, or something which is equally revolting and useless, but just not as fun. But you can get ones with games in, or different, all sorts of themed ones these days. I've got some for my Christmas when I'm hosting Christmas, and they have key rings in them which have wooden Christmas cutouts on, so I thought people could hang them on their Christmas trees so it wouldn't be totally useless. but we'll see what people think of them and even what they look like once they have them. So that was that. So that's crackers for you. And there's always loads of rubbish after, they make a right mess. And my gran always used to insist on doing them as the dinner was put on the table, and then all the things would fall in your dinner. Yay. It's, yeah, we always wait till after the plates have been cleared away, so that, but then you're not wearing your hat for the meal. Yeah, you've got to wear the silly paper hat that never fits my head because my head's too big for hats. Anyway. Right. Our taser expert. So we have presents. Fun. Now, I'm never quite sure how to colour owl either. So this time I thought mouse brown, owl grey. But our taser experts don't have many mid-browns. They're all either reddish or really dark. Apart from the bits that I tried to cobble together to make that. So she's a bit too red for my liking. But hey, that's what it is. Now this one I've only just recently done. I think I did this morning and I haven't written down what I used. Yay. Now for the sky, you can see it looks shiny. I've gone over it in a metallic, purple metallic pen and done the snowflakes in silver glitter pen, which was fun. The rest of it, I'm trying to identify. I think there might have been Giorgione actually from that purple. No, probably not. I don't know. I tried to keep all the wrapping quite festive, but the presents perhaps not just bright colours. But I didn't know what that was, so I tried to colour it like a cardboard box. I didn't know. Okay, well this is the last one. I did this in Chroma Flow, and I added a bit of sparkle. It might be tricky to see. Let's pick it up a little bit so I can tilt it. So we've got little Yoda. I think Yoda's supposed to be wearing a brown jacket. This is a download page as well. There are 14 download pages, I think. So that is, I made a sparkly bow. I'm sure it's wrong. I'm sure Yoda doesn't look like that. But anyway, sparkly silver snowflakes. I put some silver metallic pen in the bobble and then went over it with a sparkly pen. I did sparkles over the baubles and I did the, oddly, that is odd, the candy cane I did the red in red metallic pen and then the white in a sparkly white. So only half it's sparkly. I don't know why. But there we go. There is the book. That's the end. That would have been a shock if I turned it over and I'd missed a page. It would have been quite funny. But no. So I finished that lovely book. So that's been a lot of fun for me. So there we are. So thank you very much for watching. I hope that was fun for you. I hope I didn't go on too much about crackers. I think it's interesting, but maybe you don't. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a really lovely day and happy colouring.